A horrible development tonight. Let's go to News 13's Aaron Brown live tonight outside McLeod Regional Medical Center. Aaron.
Well, Bob and Nicole, it is such a tragedy. Deputy Turner died tonight at McLeod. She had been in the ICU since the October 3rd shooting, and members of her family tell me she sustained gunshot wounds to the torso and to the leg. As soon as you walk into the sanctuary, you'll see a thin blue line flag draped over the altar. The Reverend there tells me it's all in remembrance of investigator Farrah Turner. They say it's an unbreakable bond that transcends cities and states and even countries. Now, like you said, many of them didn't know Sergeant Caraway personally, but they say losing him was like losing a brother. The Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott says he describes this investigation as a complex puzzle and says his department is working with several different agencies to piece everything together. One of those agencies is right behind me. This is the FBI Evidence Response Team. They've been on scene all day, sweeping the scene, looking for evidence. We've seen a heavy police presence, and we've seen officers from several law enforcement agencies and investigators come to this scene, including the Richland County Sheriff. The crime scene is still very active today, but it has been reduced. Last week, the crime scene started right here where I'm standing. This is off of Ashton and Tennyson Drives, but now it's a little bit farther down the road, closer to the Hopkins family home. Investigator Farrah Turner will be buried here at the Florence Memorial Gardens. This is the same cemetery where Sergeant Terrence Caraway's casket now lies inside of this mausoleum. This is right at the Vintage Place entrance, and as you can see behind me, there are thin blue line flags. There's also blue and black balloons and flowers. This is all in honor and memory of Sergeant Terrence Caraway. And no word yet on the results of that autopsy, but we are in constant communication with investigators, and we will bring you that information as soon as we get it. When I asked her to describe her cousin in one word, she said fighter, which is why the hashtag #FightFarrahFight is so fitting. She also describes Deputy Farrah Turner as a woman of faith and says she used her position as a law enforcement officer to minister to the community. Investigator Farrah Turner will be buried right here where these yellow flags are. Now, this section of the cemetery is reserved for people who served our country and our community. Governor Henry McMaster also tweeted out that his heart is broken and he is ordering flags to be flown at half-staff starting tomorrow and lasting until Deputy Turner is buried. You can read all of those statements on our website, WBTW.com, and we will bring you the newest developments throughout tonight and the early morning and tomorrow as well. Reporting live in Florence, Aaron Brown for News 13. Overall, most roads in Florence just have some minor ponding on the side of the road, but that is not the case here on Molden Drive. If you take a look behind me, this section of the road is completely covered in water, and this water has started seeping onto people's yards. We've driven around all day, and this is by far the worst that we've seen on the roads. They're just now starting to pack up, but they were out here from 10 this morning until 4, handing out food and water to people in need in this area. County Council debated between aerial spraying and machine spraying. They ultimately voted unanimously to purchase 3 mosquito spraying machines. He says Hurricane Michael completely decimated Gulf County, Florida, and left behind nothing but rubble. And he says he's never seen anything like this. The event was held here at the Dillon Church of God, and right now things are very quiet, but that was not the case just about 2 hours ago. Rocky Gannon says he has to spend at least $10,000 every time a hurricane hits, and this time he didn't just lose money, but some historic mementos as well. They say that although there are several ways to get assistance, like going online or using the FEMA app, they're encouraging everyone to come to this recovery center for in-person support. Residents who I spoke with tell me the mosquitoes are so bad here, they can't do everyday things like mow the lawn or take out the trash. She says the elementary school is closed because officials just simply can't get here and get inside to assess the damage.
News 13's Aaron Brown's live right now at Florence County Emergency Management with more about this award. Aaron?
Well, Bob, this is their 3rd consecutive win and their 5th win overall. Administrators here at Carolina's hospital say they have a partnership with nurses who have student debt, and they help them pay some of that back. Dillon County ranks 6th in the state for domestic violence, and according to the PD Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Assault here, there were about 261 incidents reported in 2016. The PD Coalition serves 7 counties and has one safe house here in Florence County. Advocates here say more than 100 women and children sought shelter last year and stayed for an average of 28 days.
News 13's Aaron Brown joins us now live from Wilson High School. And Aaron, Wilson High is the first school slated for auditorium renovations, correct?
That's exactly right, Nicole. Wilson High School is up first, and I spoke with students here, and they say they've experienced quite a handful of technical issues on stage, and they're hoping those renovations will help fix that.